Hey everybody, this is Darksied, and welcome to my Crossbreed Priscilla fight with tail cut. As you notice there at the very beginning, I'm already having a little bit of a problem with a few dropped frames, but luckily that doesn't really persist. Okay, so after I entered the room, this is the first time I've been in this room with her this playthrough, so I haven't actually talked to her. I just lined myself up behind her and we're getting ready to cut this tail off. Now this gives you a couple of good hits before she actually disappears and start having problems. I use my shield there to kind of push past her and get away from her. Now you notice here that I'm using the Drake sword, and this is for a reason. It's because it's got a very good up and down cut whenever you're two-handing it, and that is very essential whenever you're trying to cut this tail off, because you need to be as precise as possible to cut the tail and not necessarily her. Okay, now the first thing we got to do obviously is locate her. I find that fire arrows, or really any arrows, work well for this, but I think the fire helps make her visible faster, although that could just be preference. But any arrow will work, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, of course, watching this now, you probably already know exactly where she's at, and I do as well, but of course whenever you're playing it, it's a little different scenario. See, she's right there behind me. But once I picked it up in the game, now that I've shot her with one arrow, you notice whenever I go to shoot her again, you can see that arrow just kind of floating off into nothing. Gives you a perfect thing to aim at, even if you can't see her footsteps. So now all we have to do is just keep our distance, plant a few more arrows in her. And voila, she's visible once more. Okay, rush past here. And let's get behind her and work on cutting that tail off. As long as you stay directly behind her, she really can't do much to you, and she doesn't move all that quickly, so this is not that terribly complicated. Stay away from that scythe, though. It's the best bleed weapon in the game. Ah, there we go. One tail. You notice I kind of stopped here. I actually had something pop up on my computer when I was doing that. Freaked me out right whenever I'm trying to record and do this boss fight. Alright, now you notice there I was going to go back to the regular slashing weapon, but I figured, what the heck, we're just going to go ahead and finish her off with arrows since she moves around pathetically slow, so you've got more than enough time to shoot her a couple of times and then back off. The worst thing she's going to do is this, just stay out of it and you'll be perfectly fine. Alright, Priscilla, it's time for you to go away. And there you have it. We have her tail, and we have victory. Now all we have left to do is to go over here before you leave. Check this spot right here. If it's not here, you might need to save and reload your game in order for it to come. But make sure that you pick this stuff up. That will be there if you killed the NPC invader earlier on. So if you killed him and then after you kill Priscilla, if it's not there, just save and reload the game and it'll be there. Alright everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.